Hello, everyone. This is Ian Schreier, Assistant Athletic Director for Sports Information at Adelphi University and a member of the CoSIDA Academic All-America New Media Committee. And it is my honor to be joined by the 2021 CoSIDA Academic All-America Team Member of the Year in the sport of football for NAIA, a senior quarterback from Lindsey Wilson College, Cameron Dukes. Cameron, first and foremost, congratulations on the honor. What does it mean to what did it mean to you when you had heard that you were going to receive this prestigious honor as being the Academic All-American of the Year?
Yeah, it's a tremendous honor for me to have these kind of prestigious awards by my name because a lot of people think that football players they're all about just playing football, and for me it's all about being the best I can in everything, and that's academics as well.
I want to start at the beginning for you here a little bit, Cameron, because I like to know a little more about each of our winners' stories. And for all of us, even for yourself as a quarterback, when for you did that the love of football first spawn? And did you actually start out wanting to play the quarterback position, or was your love somewhere else?
Yeah, I've always played the quarterback position. I started when I was about 6 years old, I think it was. So, yeah, I guess my love for the game started then. My funny story about it, my parents – when my dad told my grandpa, he's like, we're going to sign Cameron up for football. And he's like, he's going to embarrass you guys, because I cried all the time when I was little. I was a little softy. But then when I put the pads on, it was just a different person started playing. So, yeah.
Nothing like, I'm sure, from the day that you're 6 to now and you're getting ready to depart college, there's still nothing like putting the pads on, I'm sure. Yeah. Now, you're originally from Lindsey Wilson College, where you've been playing for the last 5 years, located in Kentucky. You're originally from Kentucky, from a small town, Shepherdsville, right, which is just south of Louisville. So even though from a proximity standpoint, you're so close to home, what brought you to LWC, and what was it about there that has allowed your football career to blossom as well as it has?
Yeah, so my connection with Coach Oliver really is what brought me here. From the day one of him recruiting me, and he stayed in contact with me all throughout the year, even if I was in baseball and basketball, checking in on me all the time, wanting to know how I've been doing. And, I really believe that he wanted the best for me as not only a football player, but, as a man. And so, he allowed me to come here and grow with my character, with, being a football player, his mindset. And he's taught me more about the game than I ever thought that I'd know. So, yeah, I think my success comes from his mentorship.
Perfect way to segue into my next question. Because of who's coached you and the efforts that you've put forth on the field, you've been a 3-time All-American, you've a 3-time Conference Offensive Player of the Year. So to elaborate a little bit, aside from coach, what have been the keys to your on-field success in your career there?
Yeah, I just have an intrinsic motivation that started whenever coming out of high school. I really didn't get recruited by many people, not many big schools either. And so, I've always had the motivation that I wanted to prove, not only everybody wrong that passed up on me, but I wanted to prove myself right that, that I can play the sport. So I had that motivation from the start to just, go to work and never look back.
That motivation for you led to a national championship, an NAIA national championship in 2020, where you had a career-high efficiency rating and you were named the offensive player of the game, basically the most valuable player of that national championship game. So what was that entire experience only a short time ago, only 2 falls ago, like for you?
Yeah, it was, still to this day, I'm speechless whenever thinking about it because, it's the pinnacle of college football. It's something you always dream about doing, is winning the national championship. And being able to come together with, all the guys grinding through, that's such a crazy time and what we're all going through. Having our fall season canceled, going into spring, and being able to just have that unison with one another and, all have the same mindset and goal that, we were going to do it. And, being able to reach that, it was a surreal moment for real.
Just to piggyback off that, of what you had said there, Cameron, the year that was 2019-20 and going into 2021. I mean, what type of adversity were you yourself dealing with that you were able to translate it so well on the football field the following year?
Yeah, it's hard in the offseason being out of the quarterback, not having guys to meet up with in the time of, COVID and, having to just stay at your house and throw, I guess, the trees in some situations, stationary targets. But, just finding we had the motto as a team as make a way. And, that's really what you had to do in that time, whether it was being a student or being an athlete. You got to make a way to get it done. You just got to find that little thing that you can do where people aren't doing it. So being able to just find the ins and outs of different things.
I'm sure in your time at Lindsey Wilson, you have so many great memories, and I'm sure the national championship sticks out as one, but I'm sure there are just so many others. Is there any other particular game or moment aside from that national championship game in your career that you could stand out and say, when I leave here, that's something I'm always going to remember?
It's hard to say because, like you said, there's so many great moments, but maybe just going through the SAQs with all my teammates and, grinding in the off season because, a lot of us on this team, we have the mindset that, we love the preparation. And for me, being the kind of player that I am and always looking to get better, like I've always loved the work that's put in the off season, because that's where it all comes from. That's where the national championships come from.
You had spoke a lot at the beginning about how important it is to you to be not just a fine student athlete. Well, I say student athlete, so epitomizing the term, to be strong athletically as well as academically. And now you're working towards your MBA, which you're going to graduate with this weekend. So congratulations in advance. How have you found that way? And you have a 3.74 graduate GPA. How have you found that way now as a quarterback as well? I mean, I'm not trying to say there's extra pressure on you, but we'll get into that in a second. How have you found that way of perfectly balancing academics and athletics in your career?
Yeah, it's all about, like you said, just balance, and it's about sacrificing some things that you might be wanting to do. Like some people, I want to go play the game sometimes whenever I have free time, but sometimes you can't do that. You got to watch film, you got to be in the books, you got to really just prioritize your time while you're in college and make the most out of it. Like my dad told me when I was coming into college, you want to go to work for 4 years and party for 40, or do you want to go party for 4 years and work for 40? So that always set with me. And so I made the mindset that I was going to go to work. And if that meant sacrificing some leisure time, that's what you had to do.
We just always have to make the commitments. And as you said, the sacrifices to ensure that we want to have that type of lifestyle, that we want to succeed in every way possible.
Exactly.
I spoke a little bit about you being a quarterback. I've said it repeatedly, but even more so when we talk about your performance in the classroom or any individual's performance in the classroom. But for you, as a quarterback, the decisions you make on the field, as well as the accountability and the leadership factors that factor into it. Who do you credit most of all with instilling the values that have made you the student athlete that you are today? And I know you already had mentioned your dad, so if you want to elaborate.
Yeah, I was going to say my parents for sure. I've seen both of them go through and complete their degrees. I remember going to the library with my mom when I was a little kid, and she had to do a project with her classmates, and just seeing them put in the work and everything that they've had, and build a success from the ground up. It's just always pushed me and my sister to do the same exact things for us, and what we wanted to do with our futures. And so just seeing them, and they've instilled with me the work ethic, the hard work, and that you can't really get nothing without all the hard work. And so it's always been something that I've been proud of with my parents.
And that hard work now is going to result, as we said again, in you receiving your MBA this weekend. So the career path, Cameron, what's the plan? Are we going to, I know we spoke a little bit before, coaching, pro, or just going into the full-time field of trying to find a job within business? So what's the plan for Cameron Dukes post-grad?
Yeah, so I'm looking now to continue playing professionally, just trying to weigh all options and, put myself in the right position to get that opportunity. But then once that's done, I'd like to get into the field of coaching. I'd like to stay in the college field and, coach and continue to grow this passion that I have for the game of football.
Well, Cameron, we wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations again, especially as you'll be receiving your degree this weekend from Lindsey Wilson College. And we can't thank you enough for taking some time with us here today to talk.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And I just want to give a big shout out and say thank you to CoSIDA for this recognition. Thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 CoSIDA NAIA Academic All-America Team Member of the Year in the sport of football from Lindsey Wilson College, Cameron Dukes.
Thank you.